All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over a couple of problems. And so here you have the line is passing through 2 points. And so in this case, we see that our x1 and our y1, our x2 and our y2. And so know that we have to find the linear function rule. And so that means that you have to find the y equals mx plus b. Okay, so y equals mx plus b, we're trying to find the slope, which is our m. And m is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, so that means that now we have 20, which is our x2. Our y1 is 14. Okay, our x2 is 8 minus our x1, which is 2. Okay, so that means this is 6 over 6. Okay, 6 over 6 is 1. So our m is equal to 1. Okay, so now we can use either one of these points to find out what is our formula or our equation rule. Okay, so we'll use the first one, which is 2 and 14. 2 is our x, y is 14. So 14 equals our m, which is 1, times 2, which is our x, remember, then plus b, because we don't know what b is. 1 times 2 is 2, plus b, and so now we have 14 equals 2 plus b. You subtract 2 from both sides, and now b is equal to 12. So whenever you're getting ready to write this problem, now you're going to have y equals, our m is 1, so that means that we write x, because whenever you have 1x, you just write x. So x plus 12 is our answer. So we're going to insert that into here. Y equals x plus 12. Okay, so you can use either one of these points. So say, for instance, you want to use the other point. Is entirely the same. So 8 and 20. This is still your x and y. So 20 equals 8 plus b. We don't know what it is. Subtract 8 from both sides. 20 minus 8 is still 12. It is still 12. Okay. So this is your problem. This is your function rule. Okay. Moving on to the next question. Very similar to this question. What you know in here is that the origin is 0. And whenever the origin is 0, we're trying to find our point that the line is passing through. So this will be pretty easy as well. So m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And so you have negative 10 minus 0 and 5 minus 0. And so in this case here, you have negative 10 divided by 5, which will give you negative 2. So your slope is negative 2. So if your slope is negative 2, you can eliminate this one, and this one. And so your answer can be C. Okay. All right. Moving along to a word problem, and then we'll be finishing up. So with a word problem, you have to pay attention to what it's asking you in the word problem. Okay. Okay, so this word problem is talking about a car moving at a constant speed, and it's past the timing of t equals 0. Okay, so that's like when it's sitting still. But after 9 seconds, the car has traveled 1,035 feet. Okay, so that sounds like one of my race cars that I'm ready for. All right, so the car traveled a total of 1,035 feet in 9 seconds. So we have to write a linear rule to model the distance in feet of D when the car has traveled any number of seconds. So we still have to figure it out. So if it has went 1,035 feet in 9 seconds, we're going to divide that in order to find out what is our slope. Okay, because of course the car had to go on some type of slope in order for it to get to 1,000 feet. It either had to go up or down in a slanted. Okay, so 1,035 divided by 9 is equal to 115. That is our M. But we have to find a linear function rule to model the distance. So that means that if I was to travel 20 seconds, then I want to know how do I do that. So this will be 115 times t, because regardless of what time I went, I can multiply by the actual slope of whatever hill that we're on, which is for positive hill. So that means we must be going up. Okay, so 115 times t will be our answer. Okay, so remember, if you do not understand how to do these problems, just go to your question help tab and click on help me solve this, and you can actually work through this problem and figure out how to solve it. Okay, all right, so see you tomorrow on live, and you can ask some more questions about this week's work. See you then.